People claim to have seen ghosts or even be haunted by them. Is it possible that we can come back as a paranormal entity from a supernatural world? Science suggests that this is impossible, but there are some bumps in the night that can't be explained. In this documentary, we plan on going deeper, further, and may even experience it firsthand. We're in Rotherfield Court at the known haunted swimming pool, which is just behind me. There have been many sightings that consist of seeing men sprinting around the ledge of this pool or children swimming in it. This have only been seen late at night, but never in the day when college kids are about. What could be haunting this old, vine, dirty pool? Could it be the men that lived here in the hospital? Or even the children that played in the fields? We now go to Annie Rose, who has an interview with a teacher here at the Henley College with one of her experiences.
Hi, I'm here with Sarah Eisrider, who is a teacher at the Henley College, to talk about her personal experiences with the paranormal. So Sarah, what exactly happened that day you experienced an entity?
Okay, well, the one that stands out the most, I mean, lots of things happened when I was younger growing up. We lived in this flat with, me and my mum lived in this flat as I was growing up. And we knew it was something wasn't right with this flat. Before we moved in, my mum researched it and found out that it was built on an ancient burial ground. So we kind of knew, something had to be kind of wrong in the house. But this one experience, the one experience that stands out more than any whilst living in there was the fact that my bedroom, where I was and where I lived in my bedroom, it didn't matter how hot it was outside. It could be boiling hot, middle of the summer. My room was always freezing cold. And you'd walk in and you could see your breath as you walked through the door. It was just that cold. Would have the heating up full blast, would have fan heatings on just to keep my room warm, really. And I took to sleeping in with my mum because it was just so cold. I couldn't bear it in there. But we found out, my mum did some more research and found out that before we moved into this flat, a little boy, I think he was 7 or 8, so the same age as me when we lived there, died about 5-6 years previously of pneumonia in my bedroom. So you can put it down to that. Some people say I'm just, it's coincidence, but as a firm believer that these things happen, I think that's why my room was always...
It's rumoured that the Henley College is haunted. Would you agree with this?
Yeah, I would, really. Especially this building here, the Rotherfield building. This has been here for 150 years, I guess, maybe more. And it was used during the war as a rehabilitation hospital. And, many people have died here, after the First and Second World War. And there are rumours, like our secretary, she's here and she can smell eggs and bacon being cooked, because this is the wing where the kitchen was. And she'll sit there and she'll say, there's eggs and bacon being cooked at the moment. So it's things like that. It's a smell. There's noises that happen. There's rumours that things get moved at the night time and things like that, and chairs are turned around and stuff. But again, they're rumours. They're what people believe. Everything can be explained, all depending on what you believe. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this place was haunted. I don't like being here by myself with any neighbours. It's just I run up and down corridors to get to and from this building, especially. Not so much the other buildings because they're a lot more new, but this one especially. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Mary Blandy, the poisoner of Henley-on-Thames, was executed for murdering her father on Monday the 6th of April 1752. She was buried in the early hours of the following day at the parish church of St Mary the Virgin, between the graves of her parents. The burial service was conducted by Rev. William Stockwood, and the graves of the Blandys can no longer be traced after restoration work on the church. St Mary's is a 13th century building, but was enlarged and remodelled in the 15th century, and again in 19th century, so the building history is hard to decipher. The 13th century church consisted of sanitary, nave and aisles, and probably transepts. Externally, there is no remnant of the church, and the early English style of the west doorway is in fact Victorian. People walking past the church late at night have often heard knocks on the doors or the glass, or even seen Mary running through the graveyard or hiding behind trees.
I'm here with Josh in the Rotherfield basement to talk about his sceptical views on the supernatural. So Josh, why don't you believe in ghosts?
I don't know, it's just the fact that people come up with excuses for why things are here, so they have something to believe in and something to be scared of, and I just think that science proves that there isn't anything there, and there is no life after death.
But we're in the Rotherfield basement, and it's rumoured that this is the most haunted place in Henley. Do you not feel the chill that everyone else seems to feel?
I feel uncomfortable because it's dirty and whatever, and there's dead mice and whatnot in here, but it doesn't really scare me, the fact that there would be like dead, haunted or dead people. It's just not my sort of thing.
Has anything ever happened to you that could be put down as paranormal, and is there an explanation for why?
Some things have happened which which you can't really explain, but that's like one of the things which happens in life. I don't know, I don't really tend to question it, because then you overthink things and then you get a bit more worried.
So what do you believe happens to you after death if you don't believe in the paranormal?
I just think once you die, you die. There's no heaven, hell, paranormal, haunted people looking down on you. Or I just think your life's lived, and then once it's over, it's over.
Is that not really a sad outlook on life?
Some people may think so, but it's a way for me to not get scared or feel like people are looking down on me and stuff like that.
Thank you, Josh. Now move on to Elliot, who is further down in the cellar.
We're now going to show the footage that was captured when we visited the Rotherfield basement.